everybody? Welcome back to an episode of Eagles franchise. Back here, been a little while since we've done the last series. We're just going to be continuing on here, just the usual stuff. So currently, just looking over some statistics. That's how we're going to start it. Just looking over team stuff wise, and just kind of looking back to the franchise. I know we've done college football and whatnot, but we're finally back to the Eagles franchise. Trying to look at our. Oh, here we go. The schedule. I did sim ahead a little bit. I am going to sim ahead continuing into this game, or this episode, I should say. I am going to sim a little bit, see where we stand, just to kind of speed the process up. If the season's taking a little bit too longer than I expected, I'm just going to sim ahead a little bit, and see kind of where we're standing at playoff wise. And if we didn't make the playoffs, I'll be making some all season changes. So that's pretty much the plan, honestly. I'm going to sim ahead, kind of see where we stand. That's the plan for today's episode. Sim ahead, see where we stand, and if we did make the playoffs, I'll be making a playoff push. And then if not, then I'll be doing a bunch of stuff in the off season. And at 8-8, I don't think we did. Okay. Because I know X on Dallas. Because I know X means they clinch the playoffs, so Dallas clinch the playoffs. So, I mean, we're on the third, we're the ninth seed. Um, huh. Because I'm not looking to make too big changes right now, because I don't think we made the playoffs. So for now, I'm going to play our last game. I'll play our one game. I'll do the last game, and then we'll sim ahead to the 2026 season, and we'll get into that, and then I'll make changes as needed. So we'll do our final game of the season. Then we'll pretty much go into the 2026 season, kind of capping off the season. Just because I'm just trying to keep the tempo of the game going in the series and whatnot. So I'll sim ahead in the season every once in a while. But we'll play our final season game, as far as I know, and we'll play our game and we'll sim ahead for now. So, all right. So the drill. I'll play a little bit of offense and I'll play some defense. Back in the NFL, not the college football league that we got been going on. So, all right, we're just gonna get right started here. See, I don't know if I want to risk any injuries here, even though we didn't technically make the playoffs. I don't want to risk any injuries because we still, we could still. Unfortunately, we didn't make the playoffs, but we still got a good squad of guys. And if I make some good trades, in the off season, cook up a little bit, I think we can make ourselves a team. A little bit of a juku, but I think we can still make ourselves a team if we, look in the draft a little bit. I think we should still be good. So, even more technicalities I got to do. So yeah, we'll just be doing more stuff in the off season. So AJ Brown, catch that. All right, good, good. Keep the tempo going up a little bit. Yeah, just simming ahead and whatnot, just to keep it current. Hey, well, you know what? At least our okay. All right. Well, not too much. Not the best opening start, but let me try to throw back here. See, because now the schedule's all randomized, so now it's not the set NFL schedule. And I got it picked off. Well, win some, you lose some, I guess. I'm gonna sim ahead a little bit. Maybe play some defense. Alright, I'll play some defense to end off the first half. Or offense, I guess, whatever. Because we're only down 7-0. Not that it matters in the end if we win this one, but honestly, I want to end off the season with a win. If we're going to end off the season, at least could end it off with a nice win. Because I don't know where we really do stand playoff-wise. I don't know if we win this game, it'll make a difference or something like that. So, but I don't think we made the playoffs. I'm not entirely sure. But maybe just to be safe, we did need this win. So, still playing like it matters. You know how it is. So I guess I'll just continue to play full starters, I guess. Devontae still food. Alright, I'm just trying to focus on my snaps here. clock's not currently running, but and apologies, you know, just in the elephant in the room while we're kind of getting along here. I didn't have content come out this past Saturday and Sunday. Even on Saturday, I kind of fumbled both, but we'll be back. It's just, you know, I try to tweet out when there's not content coming out or if I'm busy or whatnot, but trying to come back full strength, especially for like summertime. We'll be on a grind. I'll get into a little bit more of that later, but just know that, you know, I'll be grinding once it's summertime. I'll definitely be putting out full content. I got big plans. I'm just really busy this time of year. That's the only thing. Once kind of summer rolls around, I'll be able to do a lot more here on the channel. A lot more stuff will be coming. You'll hear a bit more about that later, but that's just more channel thing. I try to include one little channel update at least once every video or every other video that I do, talking wise. If I can, you know, I like to do like a little bit of an update on how we're doing. So if I can do it once a video, I will. Like I said, or every other video. Let me try to use some of my timeouts, but just sneaking that in there, you know. Alright, so I do have one more timeout. I'm going to try to... But if we can get a touchdown and tie it, that would be good. But I'll settle for a field goal. But even though I'm going to have to get pretty close, a little bit closer for a field goal. Hopefully this isn't an illegal forward pass. It's not. We're in. We're in. Exactly as we planned it. And I guess I will get to play a little bit of defense. I'll play some defense going into the third quarter because I think they get the ball back. And I missed it. Well, that was all my fault, honestly. That was all on me. Alright, hopefully I can kick this one better. Alright, with just 2 seconds left on the clock, so we just got to cover one play here. Oh, they're just going to kneel it, so usually that means that they get the ball in the other quarter when they kneel it, so just in regular football anyway. Oh, man. Yep, they get the ball. Yes, sirree. Well, not too bad to play some defense, get some defense involved. You know, I like to mix it up. Pretty hard hit. Sometimes it'll be a fumble, but it's hard to get fumbles if you're not hit sticking. Let's play some defense here. I mean, they're keeping their starters in, so why not keep mine in, you know? It's a good start. It's a good start. Been looking to do all kinds of experiments on defense and offense, especially going into next season. I want a all new playbook. See, the last franchise series I did, actually, we'll get into that. I'll wait for that. We'll get into that in the off-season antics, but there is something I want to say. We'll put a pin in that until after the game. But I mean, it does make sense. It's just an idea I had, or just more something I wanted to say. Okay, well, can't let that happen. I'm going to try to cover Daniels from running, but he doesn't run too much. Not the tendency for it. Close that gap. There we go. See, we want to also try to end their run game a little bit too. Well, alright, that's good. Well, it's no playoff run like we wanted, but is what it is. At least as far as I know. Oh, that might be wide open. Come on, he's going to catch that. Yep. Yeah, he's going to catch that, as I knew. We kind of blew coverage there. Didn't really like to see that, but, you know. Alright, so we're going to sim ahead a little bit here. Just to keep the flow going. You know how it is. Sim a little bit ahead to the fourth quarter. There we go. Still down 14-6. So I'll play a little bit of the game out here. We could still come back, I believe. It's only second 6. We just can't let them get another first down as we go down to the 2-minute warning. So we kind of got to be a little bit quick here. Let's see here. We can't let them get the first down. It's a close one, but let me kind of. Oh dear, oh dear. We're not letting that run happen. We're not letting that happen. Not on my watch. That's us. That's us. We needed that. All right, I think it should go to the 2-minute warning. Yep, there we go. Right, so we're gonna get the ball back. And I gotta focus here. We don't have any timeouts left. That's the tricky part. So I don't know why in the sim they used all the timeouts, but that's what's a little bit tricky about the simming. Like you can't really control too much, but it's a it's a lose-lose situation, I guess. All right, let me try to focus here. Let me try to focus and make some good plays because we gotta be quick. No, that's game. That's game. I sold the game. That's not in though. I don't think he got all the way in. Marshawn Lattimore, bro. I might have to review that. Oh, we don't even have any timeouts to challenge. I literally can't even challenge it. I don't even think I could challenge it within 2 minutes if I wanted to. Well, that's pretty much the game. That blew us the game right there, but not exactly the season or the end of the season we would have been hoping for, but hopefully I know we can make a lot of good improvements, a lot of good plans in the off season. So fortunately that's not how it went. Alright, now we're going to get down to the real business here. Let me upgrade all my players. Now we're going to get down to the real stuff here. So we're going to advance to the wild card. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, there's no way we didn't make the playoffs. I'm just going to skip all this. Yeah, this is where we're really going to get down to business. So I know I unlocked a bunch of stuff, but... Alright. Alright, now my Nick Sirianni's contract was extended. That's what we wanted. We'll keep him. Let's just sim all the way to next season, I think. Actually, no, I'll sim to the draft for now. But yeah, so we're, I'm going to look at the draft, see what we have in terms of draft picks. Why does it advance to the divisional? Whoops. There we go. But yeah, I know I'm going to make some look at the draft stuff and see how we're kicking off last season. I know last season I messed up. I literally moved us to, or I don't know if I moved the team, but I made the stadium different. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to remodel the stadium really particularly. Just because I like it how it is. I like the link. So we'll keep things the same there. That's kind of what I did going into the next season, last, Madden 24. So let me look at some college players. Let me look at some other guys. I do want to start the draft. Just kind of looking here, seeing what we're doing. I'm going to simulate the draft. I know I probably should do the draft, but I'm going to simulate it just because. And then we're going to start the next season, but I'm going to be looking at some stuff in the preseason. So I'm going to advance to preseason week 1, I think. Then we're going to take a look at our new draft, guys. I'm going to take a look at it. So we have a preseason game at SoFi Stadium opening up against the Chargers. And then week 1 we pay the we pay the pay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm going to keep this in as a blooper, I guess. We play the Panthers. It's a tongue twister, dude. I'm not the first one. I'm surely not the first one who had that. We play the Panthers. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna keep that as like a funny blooper, but I messed up on that, dude. Oh my god, that's a tongue twister. Um. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm just gonna take a look at our quick depth chart, see what we have. Still have Jalen Hurts, still have Saquon Barkley. I'm gonna make sure to keep those guys around. I'm gonna keep AJ Brown and Devontae Smith around. Some of the newer guys we got. And yeah, so we're still looking like a pretty solid team going into the season. I like how we're looking. Hopefully, we could make a push for the playoffs this year. And I'll play a little bit of preseason games. The next episode, I'll play like one or two preseason games. And then we'll get into the season, but that'll be next episode. So I didn't look at too much. I like how our roster's looking. I like how the draft was. I know I kind of simulated through that, but it's some things I'll just take a look at. But yeah, that'll pretty much cap it off for today's episode of Eagles franchise. I know that I was just trying to get it together, get it kind of going here. I know we kind of were lagging in the last season, so that's why I simmed ahead. Now we're in the 2026 season, so we'll be looking to get that started, get that kicked off. Very excited for it to be getting started next episode, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, that'll pretty much cap it off for today's episode, though. Of course, leave a comment down below what you think of Eagles franchise, our new franchise series, kind of still kicking it off here. Yeah, leave a comment down below what you think of that. General feedback is always appreciated, all that good stuff. Discord, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. Posting a lot of stuff on Twitter, a lot of fun stuff, and if there's updates, like I said, follow me for all that stuff. Definitely be updates on Twitter in the community tab. Not so much the community tab unless it's a more formal announcement, but I always say if I'm going to make like a quick announcement, like I did make an announcement that I wasn't doing content Saturday and Sunday, or that I didn't. I did post an update as far as that goes. So if you're interested in those updates, follow the Twitter. Of course, Discord's always going to be announcing stuff. I'll be announcing stuff on there. Amongst other things, I'm also posting a lot of random other cool, fun stuff on Instagram and Twitter. So be sure to stay tuned. Stay tuned into that. Very interesting things. Yeah. I'm trying to plug my socials a little bit more because I want to get that going. I've been working on a lot of the socials, so I've been trying to push that. So be sure to go check all those out. With all that being said, though, I know I just kind of ratted off there. But with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.